All right, guys, we just finished our podcast, and as you can see, we are releasing new hoodies. You've been waiting for Calcio merch for quite some time. We just did the photo shoot in Brooklyn, and Calcio merch is coming soon.
You got to click the link in the description, put your email there, and then you'll get notified when the drop finally happens.
We'll let you know the date soon. We got black, we got gray, we got blue. The blue is my favorite one.
And Marco, on top of that, how good is this quality, bro?
The embroidery is
insane.
Perfect. Guys, get ready. Go to our website. You'll find out the date. We'll see you soon. Enjoy the podcast.
Guys.
All I know is last week he had a beautiful rendition of Caruso. I think this week we deserve something.
No, about you mind your own business. My wife, she was playing that stupid song with all of her friends over there. I said, what are you doing?
Oh, she showed you her clip.
Yeah. I said, I follow you. So don't.
Were you embarrassed?
I told my wife that I'm going to have to block you. My wife, she follows everything that I do.
Were you embarrassed that she was playing?
She's proud of you. She's proud of you.
At least I would be prepared a little bit more. If I was prepared, I would have sung a little better than that.
Let me ask you a question. Were the friends laughing?
I don't know if they didn't. It's because I was there looking.
They were laughing. Okay.
I think this week you should dance. This week you should dance.
We'll get part two. We'll get part two later. What'd you guys think? What'd you think, Pete? The game you watched the game?
Milan?
Yeah.
I think they found a way to win. It wasn't really their doing. Fiorentina had a shout for the penalty. They had this couple. They played well. Obviously, the first 2 minutes, it seemed like what they did versus Inter, where you let Leao literally run right through the defense. But I think after that, Fiorentina were able to regroup and cause a little trouble for Milan. And then, even the goal, Barak's goal, was a little bit of a deflection, so it was able to go through. But I don't know. Fiorentina, even until the 88th minute, the defender cleared the ball. Was it Tomori? Cleared the ball off the line. Yeah. So that could have went in, and all of a sudden it's 2-1 Fiorentina, and no one would have said that they stole points. So, like
they
you said.
They were unlucky.
Yeah, very
Fiorentina
unlucky.
were so unlucky.
I mean, they said that there was a penalty, which, I don't know. It looked like I could see the referee missing it, but once you go to the VAR and you get the man first and then the ball,
it's a penalty.
Yeah, then it's a penalty.
Why didn't the ref call the penalty?
The referee might be in a position where you don't see the angle. Because if you look at it from a different angle, you can't see.
It doesn't look
so
like
you are telling me that the VAR didn't show him that angle? So why he didn't change his mind? Because it was not a clear penalty. That's the bottom line. It was not a clear penalty. That was no penalty.
If you hit the man first and then the ball, it's a penalty. But like you said, a win is a win. You guys got to win.
Good.
You got.
And we're gonna wrap it in.
Fiorentina at least 1 point.
Yeah, I think
Fiorentina.
I thought
They could have got them.
Fiorentina played very good. They had a few chances. They had a couple posts. They had a possible penalty, that goal clearance off the line. But Milan just one of those teams that even if they're playing bad, they find and manage a way to win, even if it's some crazy ludicrous goal. And that's what they did right before the break. That was a huge 3 points overall. And even though it wasn't deserved, we can say that to so many of the big teams that won the Scudetto, they just make things happen.
But you know what? Let me finish up with this AC Milan stuff right now. First of all, the only one that I feel bad is my friend Joe Barone, and Commisso. Other than that, I really couldn't care less. All right? Friends are friends, but AC Milan is AC Milan. Only, Joe, please, with AC Milan, you can have the lose. Then I wish you that you can win the rest of the game. And actually, if you win the Campionato, I'll take it. As long as Inter and Juventus, they don't win, I'll take Fiorentina to win. Fiorentina or Napoli.
I really like the attitude of Fiorentina. I like the way that they played the game. They concede that goal so early that a lot of teams could have been caught out. And I think that's kind of what we felt. You go down so early in a match. You had so much time to prepare for this one. But I like that their spirit to get back into this one. I was so impressed with Barak in the midfield. It was a swap where he put a 4-2-3-1 formation this game instead of 4-3-3. Italiano is known for 4-3-3. He swapped out Bonaventura too to start. I think he got hurt in the warm-ups. Barak was amazing. I mean, he's such a good player. We knew him from his Verona days, but we haven't seen it yet at Fiorentina. Amrabat was a dog in the midfield, cleaning up, winning so many balls back. I think they did so many things correct. And that's sort of like how I feel about Fiorentina this season. They're doing a lot of the right things, but the results haven't always come their way. Recently, it has. They were doing good up until this point. They were picking up points. They were getting back to where they belong because they had a goal-scoring problem at first. I think that's a little bit behind them. But they deserve more. I didn't think that they should lose. That's the way football goes. Tomori, unbelievable to save it off the line. And this is what champions do. They find a way to win a match, no matter how it goes, no matter if it's an own goal. That's what Milan do. These are the points that we'll look back when Milan go on, because they're going to be there for the Scudetto. Whether they win it or whether they don't, we'll see. But these are the points that will be massive for the future. And for Fiorentina, yeah, you're disappointed, but at least you have the right ideas. At least you have the right things to build on.
Yeah,
that's what I would say.
And like Mike said, I mean, the teams that are able to manage a win, even if they're not playing well, is a good telling of a strong team. So the team last year won the Scudetto. They know what it takes to win. But versus Spezia, for example, another late winner by Giroud, spectacular goal. By all means, the game ends when the referee blows the whistle, so you're allowed to win those games.
You're talking.
No,
what did you do with Lecce?
I just wanted to say.
Okay, so, with Lecce, 3 seconds before the whistle.
And then also Fiorentina.
Right.
So Fiorentina kind of hard on luck versus the two Milan teams. Also with some, say, questionable or penalty shouts or not, questionable calls that led to their demise. But I mean, Fiorentina, we know the way the Italiano plays. The biggest thing is them just managing the extra competition within Europe, the Conference League. But it's just a heartbreaker, because if you want to try to push to that last European spot again, or maybe even Europa League, you can't lose these games. You can't lose these games.
What do you think about your team, Inter? 3-2?
It's a very same way as we were talking about Fiorentina. Inter going down 1-0 on a penalty, and you saw the reaction and the response of this Inter team. I think in the first half we were a little sluggish to start the game.
Yeah,
to start the game.
Atalanta came out with a fire.
And we weren't up there. Onana made a spectacular save on Copa Miners, but then obviously ultimately
and Palomino right after
Palomino also the header and the corner kick. So like he was on his game. And then obviously the penalty, De Vrij looked a little sluggish to try to go in for a tackle, but all in all, Inter needed to come back, and this was a very important game. Not necessarily to say push for the Scudetto, but just to show that we can win versus one of the top, let's say, 6 teams. Because up until now, we haven't won. And Dzeko, I mean, the guy scores a remarkable goal. And then again, to put Inter into the lead. So he scored another brace this season. And, Inter, one thing that I could say this year that I like is their ability in the midfield, what they can do. Brozovic has been out for a long time. Little by little, he's getting back into the team, and the team still is able to gel. Wasn't like last year when if Brozovic was out, the team didn't move the ball. One only thing that I'm still upset about is the amount of goals that we let in. Every game, there's either a time of like, how can you say, like a blackout almost, and even some of these goals, lapse of concentration. Like you can't let a goal in a corner kick on set pieces, on our corner kicks that we let counterattack, like Juventus game. Like these are things that have to be fixed. And I think Inzaghi has these 2 months now to address these problems and figure out the defense. To be fair, but Bastoni, De Vrij, Skriniar, I want to double check this, but we've been rotating these back 3 way too much for my liking.
He doesn't believe in De Vrij. He always swaps the chair.
Acerbi's been playing a lot.
So, like, for me, I feel like when you don't have your defense playing all the time, defense is one of those positions that you have to have a real understanding of each other. And every time you change, you have to pick up a different little part of someone's game.
Messes the flow up.
And you lose out. I mean, that's one thing that I have to say. This Inzaghi team, defensively, has to be better, or we can forget about Scudetto completely. Even though we're not even in consideration at this point. Yeah. We'll see what happens when you get into March, April. But
I like your attitude.
No, but listen, we're 3 points away from second place, so I'm not gonna say that.
Your attitude. I just said it. I mean, you're reacting. I said I like your attitude.
Okay.
It's good to have a dream, Pete. Keep dreaming.
I wonder where you guys would be without Edin Dzeko. Considering Lukaku has been injured, we haven't even he's been not a non-talking point so far this season. What you would be without him is just crazy, because he pulls up in big moments. He's been your go-to number 9 so far this season. So from that aspect, good job on you guys to keep Dzeko. I feel like there was always so many question marks with him. People were saying, "Is he done? Can he really give you more?" But hey, he's there. He's always involved.
He scores the important goals when it matters, and especially like Mark was saying with Lukaku being out. But against a tough Atalanta team who, just like last game, they were up a goal and ended up losing. Same thing happened. Lukman scored a penalty. They lost. Lukman scored a penalty this time. They lost. Maybe they got to change a penalty kick taker, regardless if it goes in or not.
Atalanta.
That's what it looks. I don't know It's strange what's going on over there. I can't put my finger on it.
The afterwards is like what got really bad was Gasperini, what he said. He actually had a quote before the game. I don't know if you guys saw that one too, where he said, we need to understand expectations. Are our expectations as a club that we're going to develop youngsters, or are our expectations to win the Scudetto? So already you started to see that. And then if you remember back in the summer as well, he was mad at the market, saying that he didn't have the certain players that he was looking for. Then after the game, he came out saying, no club would put a coach into this position that he's in right now. There's some cracks within this foundation of things not working. I think that Atalanta, they're not there with the top 4. They're not at that same level of the rest of the teams. Yes, they have a good style. Yes, they're more pragmatic. They're converting their chances, but I don't think it's going to last throughout the rest of the season. And now these already problems with Gasperini in the club. And I asked Fabrizio Romano, who this is strange to me. I couldn't believe this. He said Gasperini's mad because he has such a big team. He has too many players within the roster in wrong positions as well. So to be able to manage the players that they need to play, because they paid a lot of money for these guys, like Boga, he gave, for example, or Højlund, that's what's sort of the problem within the club right now.
Yeah, but I think for me, Gasperini, he's just using, I wouldn't say mind games, but using these little sound bites to kind of cause, I guess, less concern, or not to put a lot of pressure on Atalanta, in the sense that, listen, this is our team. We don't know exactly where we're at. This is l'anno zero, pretty much. Started from scratch. That, what we did in the past was remarkable, and we were able to create something special. But it's not expected for Atalanta to be in the top or pushing for Scudetto every year. That's how I interpret it.
Listen, I never heard any coach say that they got too many players. I mean, the competition, that's what makes it good for the club and for the coaches. When you have competition among your players, it's your duty to put, and the coach, to put the right players in the right position. Now, if you got this guy that is not performing, then he doesn't belong there. No matter how much you paid, if he's not performing, then he doesn't deserve to play. But the more players, the more competition you have. So that's a strange answer that he gave.
He didn't say that. But Fabrizio Romano is a journalist. He's saying that was his interpretation of...
No, I don't believe that. But listen, Atalanta, who put Atalanta in the top 4?
None of us.
No, nobody did. I mean, Atalanta, you have, but they're not top 4 team. One thing I want to say about that game is that this guy, Dimarco, he is unbelievable. But where did he come from? I mean, the guy does everything. He takes a corner kick. He takes free kicks. He's a left wing. He's a left full back. One time I saw him on the right wing and he was crossing the ball. I mean, this guy does it all. He's got speed. He's got technique. He's got confidence. It's really nice that I am so happy for this guy. Yeah. Where he came from.
So we spoke so much about Gosens when they signed him. At this point, though, Gosens kind of has to sit on the bench because Dimarco is doing too well. No.
Yeah. No. You can't take the guy out. You can't take, unless you got 3 games in 1 week. You can't take him out.
But who expected this too? When Gosens had his chance, when he came in, he actually gave an assist or got a goal, or whatever. But Dimarco, he's probably, you can argue, one of the MVPs for Inter this season because he's really doing it all. And who expected this? I mean, he was doing good last season on loan, but now he just leveled up when he came to Inter. Maybe that's why it's healthy to have that competition, to know, Gosens is coming. He was supposed to start. He's supposed to be the big gun.
And they had Perisic last year.
And they have Perisic last year who did remarkable. And now Dimarco looks like he's outworking everyone. He's doing everything right. No mistakes from him. He's doing incredible.
And even, for Dimarco last year, he had, similar to this year, Perisic ahead of him that was on fire.
You're not going to beat Perisic.
So he wasn't able to get in.
He's as close as you can go from...
Now, where he had that...
Come on.
Perisic dribbles his man a lot better than
Yeah,
Dimarco.
Dimarco does more defensive work though than Perisic.
If you chose one to play, it's Perisic.
It has to be Perisic. Yeah. Even though I've been really excited about Dimarco and how he's played, my one thing is, I know you said that but defensively, he lacks just because of his size, really. But within a 3-5-2, he gets away with it. When he plays him as one of the three in the back, then I'm always worried.
It's
but
no
as
good
that
there.
wing back,
He's
fantastic. He's got great technical skill, as Gaetano said. And I think very
crosses.
underrated his ability to be able to cross the ball and be able to have a set piece taken. And don't forget, he scored a Euro goal when he was playing with Parma versus Inter.
Oh, yeah, I remember
that. But he's a Milano kid all the way.
Product, right?
He loves Inter.
His father has a fruit market in Milano. And he grew up there, and some famous Milano celebrities have gone there.
Interesting.
So they've seen him grow up.
That's cool.
Really?
So.
Where are we going next? Where you guys want to go? What game? What match? Roma, Juventus?
Oh my God, let's go to Roma.
Roma, 1-1 against Torino. What a weird team Roma is. So reliant. We've said it, but they're so reliant on individual talent, and the name being Paulo Dybala. Because before Dybala came on for Roma, they did absolutely zero. Unless I'm making a mistake and I don't remember right now, I remember thinking that there was no way that they were going to get back into this match and score a goal. They could not. They have no fantasy. There's no creativity. There's no one who does anything. They were down 1-0. Linetti scored a great header.
Beautiful goal.
By the way, Torino style. We'll talk about Torino, but we'll focus on Roma first. The moment that Dybala comes on, taking shots, hitting the post, dribbling his man, sending passes, doing a little bit of everything. My one thing, I was disappointed that Mourinho took out Tammy right when Dybala came in, because I know Tammy was not doing good. I understand that. He had just scored against Sassuolo. He's coming off of getting not selected for the World Cup. I wanted him to have Dybala behind him so that he could feed him balls. Without him, I mean, Tammy, how's he going to score? That was my one, because Belotti is not a great player.
What a
Belotti, I don't like
disaster.
Belotti at all. And then, great job, great transition. The penalty kick, which I'm still trying to comprehend how Belotti takes a penalty kick against his former team Torino rather than Paulo Dybala. I know you're going to say Dybala, he got injured the last time.
Was he afraid?
No. According to what I read, Belotti asked Mourinho if he could take the penalty.
Oh, come on. Against your former team, Torino, I knew, I literally called that he was going to miss that penalty.
What's so crazy about
Because you're riding on so much emotion. You're down 1-0 at the Olimpico. Has Belotti ever really been a guy that's calm with his emotions?
He hasn't scored one goal, right, this year?
I think he scored.
Wow. Europa League.
He might have scored one.
No, in the Campionato.
Campionato, I'm not sure.
I don't think he's got one goal. So,
it was so obvious he was going to miss it.
That's what I read. That he asked Mourinho if he could take the penalty.
It should have been Dybala that takes it. Either way, they ended up finding the goal.
I don't know. If Dybala would have gotten the ball in his hand right away.
None in the Campionato. And 2 in Europa.
Yeah, but nothing in Campionato.
Yeah, you're right.
I think if Dybala, once he went down, he got the ball in his hand, I think Belotti would have walked away. I don't think he would have gone and get the ball. So, I mean, if you're a leader and you're the main player like Dybala was, I would have taken the ball. Hey, this is
but if your teammate asks for it, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, if Belotti asked Dybala and Dybala said, okay, he's struggling, he hasn't scored one goal, maybe this will give him some confidence against his ex-team, he scores one goal, and sometimes you score one goal and then you
keep going.
That's the only explanation I have.
The biggest thing I just want to say quickly, the biggest thing is that I want Belotti to score so badly to see if he was going to celebrate against Torino. But I don't think he would have, but I just wanted to see because he was
got 100 goals for Torino.
He would have, right?
No.
Guess what? He's going to wait another 6 weeks before he scores one goal. Or maybe after, not 6 weeks, 6 weeks after we come back from the World Cup. So
that's your explanation for the penalty. What's your explanation for Roma?
Okay, my explanation is Roma, like you said, it relies too much on Paulo Dybala and Pellegrini. The thing that I'm disappointed about Roma right now is Mourinho. Mourinho is out of line. When he started talking about Karsdorp and Karsdorp and
he said the same thing again.
Karsdorp.
He said Karsdorp.
Karsdorp.
Mike, why don't you pronounce his name?
Karsdorp.
Okay.
Oh, I did it for this.
Karsdorp. When he went and he speaks to the to the journalist and he start talking bad about one of the players, I think he's out of line. I think you should have kept it in the locker room. If you want to tell him to screw whatever you want to tell him, all the words that comes up, you could do it in the locker room. But once you tell the journalist, I think not only you put the player down, but I think you also, if you're saying that he's not a professional, you put the club down because the club bought it, so
makes them look bad.
Now the club, I think it makes it, I know that sometimes he plays mind games, but I think because the team is not playing well, now he's telling about Tammy Abraham, he's telling about Karsdorp, and all this. Stay on soccer. You want to talk about soccer? Talk about soccer. The other stuff, leave it in the locker room. Because Tammy is, to me, Tammy is a great player. And the only reason is that because he's missing some of the goals that he missed in front of the goal, that's what the confidence does. I see him like another Osimhen, to tell you the truth. Every time I see Abraham,
similar striker.
I see Osimhen, the way, the stride, the physical ability, the way they're moving in the area. The only thing the guy needs is a little confidence. Score a couple of goals and then he might. But who's going to give him the ball? The ball's going to give him Pellegrini or Dybala. Dybala hasn't played. Pellegrini's been out a couple of games. So it becomes tough. And I think that Mourinho is trying to, because there's so much pressure and there's so much Roma, he feels it now. They started whistling and booing
the pressure
on Sunday. So now he's trying to talk about something else. Let's not talk about the game. Let's talk about this player, that player, the red card.
So one pushback to that, though. You're saying you shouldn't say that about Karsdorp. I think that's Mourinho's way to say to the rest of the team, if you don't try, if you do a performance like Karsdorp where he was not tracking back, he was not defending, he was not concentrated, that's their way of saying, I'm in charge. You are not going to go against me. If you do, you're going to be gone.
Yeah,
because he was a starter for him.
Say it in the locker room. That's what I'm saying.
You can still do the same thing in the locker room.
Do you have to say it out loud? Because it makes Roma look like they're not together now.
I said in the locker room, he could have said anything.
I agree with you, Gaetano.
You stupid idiot. You.
Keep going.
You suck.
Keep going. One more.
Yeah, Gaetano, to a lesser degree.
Karsdorp also looked like he was actually hurt by it. We posted his response. He posted the heartbreak emoji because he I don't think that he was trying to act professional. But again, we also have a slanted view. We don't know everything that was done. We don't know what he did in the locker room. I do now that you say that, I understand where you're coming from. Maybe he could have kept that there. I like the way Mourinho sometimes. I guess maybe the reason why I gave Mourinho the benefit of the doubt is because I feel like he's always so hated for everything that he says. Like his Tammy one, I was totally with because he's trying to say that to motivate him. He understands where he could push and where he could pull with certain players. Perfect example is Ibanez. Ibanez, after the match where he gave up the goal in the derby, they asked him, is Dybala going to start? He said, the only player I'm telling you who's going to start is Ibanez. Ibanez is my guy. Ibanez is always trying. So he understands that Ibanez is not... That was the way to handle him. Individually, he's treating players, I think, in the best way towards their personality. Yeah. I don't like Ibanez. I'm never been a fan of Ibanez. I've said this many times, but I do understand why certain players he pushes and certain players he pulls on. But maybe he went too far with Karsdorp.
I was gonna say I get that.
That's a good point about Ibanez. I mean, I didn't hear him say that, but if he did. This is going to make Ibanez feel really good about the next game, because everybody, after the game, everybody's going to put you down, and you go to the locker room and your head is under the table. You really. So if he said that,
no, he did.
Yeah,
Ibanez probably runs his ass off in training and stuff like that, but he's kind of clumsy with the ball. He makes some dumb mistakes. I'm sure he can overcome that. But I just want to say quickly, even though Mourinho's talking about Karsdorp being disciplined and stuff. How many times is Mourinho going to get sent off? He got sent off again
Too
this
many
time for
times.
screaming at
Good
the ref.
point, Mike.
It's crazy at this point. No, I don't want to say it like a thing, but he's never going to be on the bench.
You're getting paid to manage, not to sit on
He's
the
going to be on the bench
stand.
half the time. He's always going to be in the
one more thing I want to say. I mean, the only great job that Mourinho did with Ibanez was he put him out of the suicide watch, because this guy here, he really cost the Roma the derby, okay? So, but aside from that, Mourinho's been known on the past, and I said, how many times you have to say it? He's been known on the past to play with the head of a very good player, vis-a-vis Shevchenko, Kaká, what's his name, the guy that is, a lot of those top of the line players that as soon as they go under the domain of Mourinho, they either get benched or they disappear from the soccer landscape. Am I good, Mike?
What were you gonna say? You were about to jump in and say something, or Peter?
I've always seen Mourinho kind of deflect the attention from his players onto him. So it's very interesting to see him with Roma and how he's been so on top of the players and calling Karsdorp out completely. And I'm in total agreement. I feel like you have to know what you have to say to the journalists, and if it's a way to motivate a player, then obviously he has all the right to do certain things. But to call out a player not being professional and stuff like that, I think is just.
He didn't say his name, to be fair.
No, I know, but
he
it's
didn't
just.
say his name.
But it was obvious.
He literally did say, "I'm not going to tell you his name."
Yeah,
there had to be a reason behind that.
But still, I feel like it's an attack on it,
is.
Or it's just pinpointing one person. The only thing I can say to play devil's advocate is to create kind of a camouflage where you're pinpointing one player, and now the whole talking point is about who's this player instead of how did Roma lose the game or how did Roma not play well.
Which he's done before.
That's the only thing I can think of.
I think everybody knew who the player was.
It was obvious afterwards.
You guys are all just assuming.
I think what Mourinho does is, because the team is playing bad, let's talk about something else.
He's done that so many times.
Other than the game.
Like
at the end of the game, let's talk about something else. But there was one time when
to Conte
he
in the Premier League,
right?
Okay, there was one, and then there was another time the team played bad. He gathered everybody in the center of the center of the field before at the end of the game.
Roma.
Yeah, Roma. And they all got it in a circle, and Mourinho was playing. At the end of the game, nobody asked him what the game was really bad. They asked, what did Mourinho say at the end of the game to the ground? You know, he's very smart.
Yeah.
He's very smart.
Never give him too much credit than he is.
So we went through a couple of
the
top teams. It's Mike's turn to make the coffee since the rest of our teams won.
All my teams won.
Yeah, your team wins all the time.
You
That's
make the coffee. Go make the SIAG coffee. I want to say one thing about Torino.
Mine corto.
I'll take one.
I'll take one too. But next time we gotta invite Cheeto over here.
That's true. Cheeto was a star.
Curto, you like corto? Il corto quello corto. Gaetano, how do you like your lungo or curto?
Medio.
Medio.
I want to talk about Torino for a second too, because they played such a great game. I love the intensity that they play with, the way that they pressed Roma. You know, it felt like they were trying to cause another mistake from Ibanez and from the center backs, just like what Lazio did. Juric has his team playing like soldiers. I mean, the way that they take up spaces, the way that they defend, how compact they are. I know they made a mistake in the defense with Gigi, who, I mean, he doesn't have to make the tackle on Dybala. But besides that, they do so many things well. Singo comes in and is so impactful into the game. And then the last player I'll say is Vlasic. Vlasic has been so important since coming in, since joining, one of the real stars of the Serie A this year. I just love the way that this Torino side goes about matches, and I like the way that they took the game to Roma, even though they were playing in Rome.
Let me just say one more thing.
Anything on Torino?
Let me tell you something.
Anything on Torino?
Torino, yeah.
Okay.
This Juric has been known to be a very, very, tactical coach. He's going to take the best and the creator of the opposite team out of the game, number one. And number two, he plays a very physical game. But I saw Zaniolo again struggling because of the pressure that they put on this kid here. This kid here is on the verge to probably be called
Thanks.
into the locker room by Mourinho, and something is going to be said to the kid that is going to set him off. So I would say that if Zaniolo doesn't score in the next few games after the World Cup, Zaniolo might be on the verge of being shipped out.
I asked you if it was about Torino.
It was Torino.
You know what he did? He used Torino as a transition to talk about Zaniolo. Did you notice that?
Gotta know that.
He said their tactics.
You talk about Mourinho. I told you.
Hey,
Your mind games are worse.
Let me ask you something. Do you know what a curveball is?
No, what is that?
Okay, a curveball is something that you just throw it, and then it comes to you when you don't even know.
Isn't that a boomerang?
Well, that's not a boomerang.
Boomerang comes back to you.
That's what you say. It comes to you.
Yeah, well, okay, a curveball is something that you don't expect that it gets you.
Can you believe this?
He thinks he knows baseball. That's why he's trying to use it. It's from baseball.
Because the Yankees bought Milan, so.
It's actually on Yes Network.
They are.
Mike and I were at a bar last week, and they have
watching
Milan
Milan
just
games.
playing in the background all the time
I know,
now.
but I see it on TV, and I'm hoping that Paramount, maybe they can show now some stuff on CBS. You know, some goals, maybe so that everybody could see how good the Serie A is.
I think they were showing an old game. I don't remember what it was, but it was pretty cool.
I see it all the time.
Yeah, on the Yes Network. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was weird to see that.
Yeah.
Anything on Torino, or we go to the next?
Oh, Juric, I think this is a confirmation of what he's done in the past years. Whether we saw with Hellas Verona and then even last year with Torino. Don't forget, this Torino team has a lot of new players too, and he's been able to keep on going. You're missing a key player like Brecolo.
Oh,
You know, Brecolo was out, and now you have this other guy, Vlasic, coming in and being able to still produce the same.
Radonjic too.
Radonjic is another one. Yeah.
He didn't start.
You know, and then even the kid Singo. That
Singo
kid
is good.
up and down, the prototype right fullback, big, physical, strong, and he put in a great.
He's the one who got the
cross.
assist,
yeah,
right?
Great cross. So, you know, there's definitely these components of Juric, and I think he might be ready for a bigger stage coming soon. Him and Italiano have similar traits. The only thing is Italiano plays much more better, more attacking,
more
Beautiful
football,
style,
where
soccer.
Juric is just more so the high pressing,
but you have
defensive.
to-
But
you
also
have
the
to have the
players
players.
are important. Yeah.
Guys, cheers. We got
Cheers.
SIAG. Thank you, SIAG. Guys, link is in the description if you want to get some SIAG
Hey,
coffee.
did you butt cup with the coffee? You only do with champagne.
I know you're not supposed to.
But you know
whatever.
why? Hey, listen, it makes
This
you
is
wake
the
up.
champagne of coffee.
I was
There we
very
go. Peter said
sluggish during the beginning of the podcast, but now just smelling this.
You were
coffee,
sluggish? You're
I
never
was.
sluggish.
It wakes you up a little bit, right?
It does. It did.
Guys, we're
Are
gonna,
you going
we're
to
gonna
sleep
do,
tonight?
Yeah, no, he's gonna dance tonight.
Oh, you do also a song and dance. We always say the player of the round when we do our SIAG.
Yeah.
Since it's not the halfway point, but we have a 6-week break. We want to ask you, who is your SIAG player of this mid-season?
Who wants to go first?
I'm gonna take. If everyone says Kvara, we're gonna take him off the table, and you choose the next person. Because
That's what we had first.
if you're gonna say Kvara, say Kvara, and then give another answer.
Who starts?
You want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll start. For me, it's not Kvara because it's too obvious, which he would be the one. My next in line is Lobotka. For me, Lobotka has been a beautiful addition to watch. I know he was there last year. He lost a little bit of weight. He looks way more in shape. His positioning is perfect. He's been balanced out with Anguissa and Zielinski. Could have chosen Zielinski. You could almost choose anyone on Napoli, to be honest. But he brings me so much joy to watch because he reads the game 2, 3, 4 steps ahead of every other player. The ball is always perfect. This is to Lobotka.
Nice.
Mike.
Another Napoli player probably. Just because I didn't really know him prior, just like Vada. I'll give it a Kim just because he, for the most part, he made a couple of mistakes you can point out here and there. But coming to a new league like Serie A, the most defensive league, we know it's very difficult to play in. I don't want to say you forgot about Koulibaly, but so far he replaced him pretty decently for the most part. Similar kind of defender, big-bodied guy. Hard to go around him, and he's done fantastic so far. Napoli haven't really been leaking goals. He's been safe back there, and yeah, I give it to him. He's going to the World Cup, so good luck to South Korea, and hopefully they do well.
No more Napoli players.
No, not me.
I know you're not.
He's
I
picking
mean, I'm
Milan.
going to take Mike's inspiration though, but I'm going to pick up another defender. Actually, my player is Theo Hernandez.
That's a good
I'll
shout.
tell you, guy, that guy comes
Good
in
shout.
with so much intensity. game on. His guy, it doesn't start from 0 to 100. It's a 100 all the time. And, you never see Teo Hernandez, rarely, almost impossible to have a bad game. But, many times you see this layout with a sluggish attitude, Teo Hernandez is there all the time. You know what you're going to get. You're going to get intensity on defense. You're going to get a lot of rush balls. And you're going to get intensity offensively. And he's the guy that makes things happen. So for me, that's the man.
I wanted to make it quick, but that's a great shout. Teo Hernandez, I know we watch it for so many years now, but this year something is so different. I mean, the way that he inserts himself into the attack, it's crazy that he's a left back. And well said. I love his intensity as well. Pete?
Well, let's make the record straight. It's got to be Kvaratskhelia, right? Just
not for me.
Not for you?
For all of you, but not for me.
Understood. You're a hater.
It's always going to be
No
player
problem.
regardless.
Got you.
But I think that guy has been remarkable. So I don't know how you don't see it.
I don't jump on the bandwagons like you guys.
Anyway, I would say Giroud because Milan, when they have Giroud, they play in a different tempo, different style. Like there's more going forward, and I think he's been really a major part for this Milan team, where he's able to find a goal. His hold-up play is amazing, and even his creativity to just be able to find a way. That's the most important thing. And I think obviously Ibrahimovic has been a non-factor on the field, but when Origi comes in, he doesn't offer anything. And so Giroud, even at his age and the goals that he scored, I mean, he's so important for this Milan team, and I see a big difference.
He's gonna have
when
back
he's
problems
in
in
and
the
when he's not
future.
in. So
From carrying Milan.
I go with Fagioli. I think the player
Fagioli.
So we have to. Well, first of all, they won 6 games in a row. They haven't conceded a goal. They are in 3rd place. Nobody thought that this could happen without Pogba, without Paredes, without Di Maria, without Chiesa, who came in and did a great job. The guy has got everything.
Beans.
He's young. He's got skills. He's got technique. He defends. He scores. What else you want? And the guy is going to probably make the national team. I think he was called for the national team. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I saw his name on the national team.
You know what? One thing too to add just to that list is personality. For me, I think that you're at a club like Juventus.
Yeah.
The personality. These two are dying.
I thought you were going to say icon. I thought you were going to say icon for a second.
Hey, what kind of a fagioli you have? You have the pinto, the negro, the yellow. What kind of a fagioli you?
For me, that it's a personality that
kidney ones.
impresses me the most.
Yeah, I think Italy's playing Albania tomorrow.
Yeah, we have a couple friendly games.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and I think Fagioli is part of the team.
tomorrow
Is it tomorrow? It's tomorrow.
Seems quick, no?
wow.
I'm not following any of that.
Yeah. I think it's tomorrow.
No, it's Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay.
Wednesday.
When this podcast comes out, it'll be tomorrow.
Gaetano.
You're a
That's
step
right.
ahead.
Gaetano's
You're
always
the little book
even
of the
when you
podcast.
don't notice.
Gaetano, you are a true team player. I gotta tell you.
Great
You picked up-
personality, yes.
Come on, no, but Fagioli's it's a great shot. I
But
mean,
to be on par with-
think about how bad things were for Juventus, and then they found this jewel that they got the opportunity to play him. And what's there could always be the debate on if they would have had the players healthy, would he have even come into the 11?
No.
Most likely not, right? Allegri probably would not have brought him in. Either way, he's got there. And for me, I kind of feel like it's 6 weeks from now, you'll probably have all the superstars back, all these big names, the players that they brought in. I want them to have to earn their place over the young kids like Fagioli and Miretti.
Oh, well, Fagioli's going to start.
I hope.
Fagioli's going to start.
Oh, that's
think
a
so?
big one.
That's
gonna start.
I guarantee that. He's going to start. Then, of course, he has to.
He's gonna start.
He's got to keep it up.
Yeah, of course. That's a big
his
shout for
attitude
him.
is incredible. To play for Juventus in such a bad moment, your knees.
What happened? Why are you guys laughing?
Listen to me, please, both of you. I mean, I know that you are Juventus fan, but this is way over the top. You know that we have followers over here. We have people internationally from all over the world listening to this.
How
And
about
you're telling
when
me
Chow plays like
that
5 minutes and you already said
Fagioli.
we got the next best
Give
center
me a
back.
break. My stomach's already rumbling
Alright,
because of this
so-
Fagioli.
So we'll
Give
ask.
me a break.
Okay,
Gassy
Anto,
over
let's
there.
ask them. Okay. Let's ask.
Guys, Fagioli?
No, them.
Oh,
Tomorrow, who's going to be one of the best players?
Yeah.
Okay. And
All
we'll
right,
see.
We'll see. Thank you to SIAG for
friendly.
sponsoring that segment. Link is in the bio to get yours. Use code IFTV20 to get 20% off. Let's move on. Let's talk about Juventus. Juventus against Lazio, and then Napoli, and then we're going to do our World Cup bracket predictions and get out of here. Start with Juventus. Huge, since we talked about Fagioli, huge win, 3-0 over Lazio. A match where Lazio, Immobile was not able to recover. Then they lost Zaccagni, Patrick, Lazzari, all these players missing from the starting 11. I was already feeling like they would not be able to come away with a win. I thought it could have ended. I thought it would have ended in a tie, but I did not expect the sort of performance from Juventus. Considering how good Lazio's away form had been, I think they only conceded 1 goal away from home at that point. Two of the best defenses, I think, 7 and 8 goals. Juventus conceded 7, Lazio 8. So it was a tight match. It was a conservative match, kind of what we would have expected in the beginning of the game. Nobody overexposing themselves. But then Juventus, man, they start to look good. They pick up on these lost balls. The way that Rabiot was marking Milinkovic-Savic to win that ball back, sends it to Keane. Moise Keane, a player who when he starts, he's been scoring. He got 2 goals, a brace. Massive for him. I think it's 5 goals in his last 5. And it's amazing what confidence does to certain players. We spoke about it with Tammy Abraham. You could say the same thing about some of the Juventus guys, because now that things are starting to click, all of a sudden everybody looks good. All of a sudden players are moving in the right positions. They're able to beat a team like Lazio, who was so good away from at home. And defensively, we understand what the goal is. It's stay tight, defend, don't concede early, hit on the counterattack. But at the moment, it's working.
I give my props to Juve. I don't want to take anything away from them. But what Lazio put on the field, that was embarrassing. Milinkovic-Savic, that was probably the worst match I ever seen him play. He was at fault for the first goal because he didn't know how to let go of the ball. And then Provedel messed up on the second one, gave a gift to Moise Keane. Moise Keane, whatever. He was good for his positioning and stuff. But Juve did what they had to do. They have injuries. They're playing tight defense, doing this. But Lazio, that was no excuse how bad they played. It was horrible. They did not do anything. They were just passing the ball back and forth as if they were winning. There were no threat whatsoever to Juve's defense. And they got to do better than that. Okay, yeah.
Missing 4 players from the starting 11.
I understand, but it's not. You can bring your U12s and they can give more hunger. They showed absolutely nothing.
You guys are laughing at our Fagioli take, but
it's true. Did you guys actually see how Lazio played? Because they didn't play.
They didn't.
They
normal
actually
to have an
didn't
off
play.
game.
They didn't show up.
That's not an off game. That was no hunger, no attack, no nothing. It was horrible. It wasn't a good game. I thought it was gonna be a good game. I thought it was
gonna be a better game. But I think Juventus is a solid block. To let only 7 goals in 15 games is quite remarkable for a poor Juventus. So, this Juventus, I said, and we all said that they were going to be there. I didn't expect them to be there already within the top 4, meaning Antonio still thinks they're not going to be in the top 4, but I feel like with now these players coming back, they're going to make a push. But winning is contagious. So one thing that we know about Allegri is that he's not afraid to sit back and counter, and they're winning games. In the end, that's what counts, the 3 points.
Please.
How does it continue? I don't know. But when they have to sit back and defend, they're guaranteed to win.
I know, between you and you, it's just, my mind is spinning 770 degrees every second.
Degrees? That's hot.
I do not understand. This guy here wanted Allegri out a couple of weeks ago. Now all of a sudden Allegri, even if his mouth, Allegri's mouth just boom, it just bulges like that.
No, I wanted Allegri out. He didn't say he wanted Allegri out.
They wanted
Allegri. But you guys are related, so it's the same thing.
Now this guy, Allegri is despicable and all that stuff. And all of a sudden, we sit back, we defend first and all that stuff.
Allegri.
You were criticizing Juventus style of playing.
I still do criticize
and
that
now
style.
What you do, you kind of embrace it by saying, look what Juventus is doing. You're just sitting back, and then it's either you have to say black or white. Are you for Allegri style or you not for Allegri style?
So ask me the question.
Okay, are you for Allegri style or you not? What's the deal?
I am not for Allegri style. What I did is I just explained how they played. I'm not saying that I like it. For me, I don't like it. But the one thing is, I wanted to keep Allegri just because there is no alternative, and he's there. He's consistent. You know that throughout a season. We can't get caught up also in the moment. Yes, they're doing good right now. We don't know how they're going to do coming back from here. They're also a team that easily could throw away a lot of the good things that they've built up to this. For me, a team like Juventus, it's still not good enough. Going out in the Champions League, in the group stages the way they did. The style, they're still not building well. Yeah, you're defending. How far is that really going to take you in the long term? You're not building a real project. So I'm not saying that. But I do agree that they're just doing all they can under a coach that has those kind of tactics. There's no other way that they can win games except that. That's their only identity. That's Allegri's only identity is to defend, be compact, and break on the counter. And when the other thing, last thing I'll say, is we also have not seen, well, we have seen, but we haven't seen on this new Juventus that's winning, is when they don't score first, can they actually answer teams? I don't think so. When they score first, they do well, right? But when they don't go up a goal and they have to step up, they overexpose themselves in the back. So for me, yes, it's really good results now, but that doesn't mean everything is solved. They still haven't shown. Napoli has shown us that they could win in multiple ways. They could win when they go down. They could win when they're not able to play their style. They can win when they get hit. They could win in multiple different ways. Juventus have not.
Gaetano, let me say something, then you go. You know what I hated the most about what I seen about the game? Despite the 3-0 win, which is, I tip my hat. They fought hard. They won the game. Great job. But I see Chiesa coming in. You waited 3-4 months. The all last year, you waited for this great player to come in off a big injury. And I see Chiesa playing defense. I see Chiesa defending inside their box when you're already up 2-0. I saw Chiesa playing defense when he came in. 2-3 times only I saw him, running with the ball.
Did you see his assist?
Yeah, I did. But I saw Chiesa into the box and playing defense. I said, why is he asking him to do this thing here? Chiesa's job is not to do that.
But did you see how much he was screaming on the 2-0? On the 2-0, Allegri was screaming like a madman. On the 3-0, he's screaming like a madman. Why? Because 2-0, he could, if they score one goal, he knows he could lose the game or he could tie the game. That's why I put Chiesa. Chiesa was playing defensively, midfield, and forward. He was doing all of it. He was slide tackling the guy.
That's what I saw it. I saw that too.
Slide tackling, and then he was playing left fullback.
For somebody that comes off an injury of that caliber, then you come back and then you can
gotta play.
But that's how Allegri is winning these games. I'm not a big Allegri guy, okay? But you have to. They won 3-0. You have to say, okay, you did well. But as a whole, the amount of money that they spent, okay, the amount of money that they spend, they should not be in this position. But what I wanted to say was, where's Vlahovic? How good is Milik?
Getting ready for the World Cup.
How good is Milik? Milik wins a tackle in the middle of the field. Okay? He wins the tackle in the middle of the field. I don't know who got the ball. If it was Locatelli, he gives a long ball.
Kane takes it down.
And then, Kostic takes the shot. He comes back and Kane.
It was the rebound.
But it was Milik that won the ball at midfield, sliding, tackling, and win the ball. This guy does it all. He's good in the area. He's got a shot. He's technical. He defends. He comes back.
Good personality.
He takes shots. He scores goals. The guy is the guy. I'm surprised about how good this guy is. As far as Lazio is concerned, I don't know. Luis Alberto is such a great player, but I don't know.
He came in on the second half, though.
No, but Sarri, he doesn't.
He doesn't like him.
He doesn't rate him.
Why doesn't make him play with Milinkovic?
I'll tell you why. Because he doesn't defend as much. Luis Alberto, when you watch him, when he gets hit, he doesn't like to get hit. He doesn't. That's why he put Basic in.
I don't know.
And that's why he's swapping him with Milinkovic-Savic because he's too high up.
Because I see that Lazio, it's all one to touch. Maybe when Luis Alberto gets the ball, he touches 3-4 times. But the guy is but him and Sarri,
he's not going to stay.
They bump heads.
He's not going to stay.
I will take Luis Alberto anytime.
Somebody
We're talking about Spain for him.
Yeah.
He's unbelievable. For me, I love Luis Alberto.
But he cannot play with Sarri.
No.
He cannot play with Sarri. So somebody, if you listen, I mean, I think the guy is...
Should take in Juventus.
He is very good.
He can be an addition for almost
Wait,
any
what did you
team.
think of Lazio playing though?
Huh?
What did you think of how the Lazio played?
Sarri's ball,
No, you
by the way.
said it. I
Sarri's
have
balls.
nothing to add. So,
okay.
you said it, everything. I just wanted to point out Luis Alberto that he doesn't get a chance to play with Sarri. If he scores, then he puts him in, and then he puts him on the bench.
Scored a great goal versus Inter.
And then,
You remember those.
Going back to Juventus with the amount of money that they invested, they shouldn't have been in that position. They should be back. Now I'm going to give Allegri. I fired him at the end of the first half a couple of weeks ago. I would like to see him with De Maria, Pogba, Paredes, Chiesa, Quadrado, Milik, Vlahovic, Fagioli. I want to see him with that, and I want to see what he does with that team. Because I want to see an identity. I want to see a style of play. I want to see something that, hey, this is Juventus.
Don't hold your breath.
So far,
Are we trying to invent
so
another
far-
style? We had a Sarri style, Sarri's ball. Now we're going to give a
Kind of
Allegri's
like
ball.
Mourinho, he's reliant. For me, they're kind of similar in that way. They're reliant on individual players.
Yeah.
You're not going to see a real great play until they have the players to do that, and they'll do whatever they are to not lose games first. It's about conceding less, which they're doing a great job by that. And it's actually very funny. Just last thing, and then we'll move on because we've spoken about him a lot. Just the defense, like how they line up, because Bonucci was not there. Bonucci, him and Bonucci, I think that they don't like each other. And like that's my feeling. It's the way that I see how things are. Because
Bonucci?
Yeah. Because for me, Bonucci would have been the leader of the team, but look who the leader is now. It's Danilo. Danilo in the center back position, wearing the captain's armband, and he has been amazing, just giving the team some attitude. And even positionally, Bonucci, he loves to send those balls. He loves to kind of play as a regista. He puts Locatelli there, and I think he doesn't want to play the two of them at the same time. Puts Gatti in. Bremer has been amazing as well. He's since the beginning of the season where he was kind of thrown into the fire, with a bunch of players who nobody knew where they should be. I mean, good job by them to do that, and it's weird to see how Bonucci has really fallen out of this Juventus. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but from the way that I see it, I think him and Allegri, they don't get along.
Yeah, but the writing is on the wall, Marco. Bonucci's gone. He's gone.
Well,
He's
still not
gone.
the same player that
Whether
he
he's
was.
healthy or not, he's gone. He has done his time on Juventus. Has won as many championship that he did with Juventus. He's gone.
And they're playing a back three.
He's going back to AC Milan.
Yeah, okay. We
With the
might
captain's
take him.
armband.
Yeah,
Captain's
we
armband.
need somebody to map the locker room. We'll take him. I'm definitely gonna make a recommendation. Make a phone call
You
for
guys are
him.
paying him like 10 million
Listen,
too.
he's
It's insane.
older. I think also when you have someone like Bremer, Danilo, who are physical specimens in that defense, you could see the aggressiveness versus Inter and the ability to make up for any mistakes, where Bonucci, unfortunately, he lacks in defense. And he's always, to what I've seen, needed that partner next to him. He had Chiellini there for a long time, and he was able to really work well in that partnership. We saw when he went to Milan without that partner, he looked lost. So
Hey, by the way, did you guys shelved Vlahovic?
He's injured.
Injured? I don't know if he's an injured. I think you
You're
guys
ready?
shelved him for a
I
little
He's
don't
ready
bit.
for
think
the World Cup. He's saying.
So if that guy plays on the
sitting
World
on his
Cup, what are you
eggs.
going to be doing?
He was injured. He's been recovering. There was no need to use him.
Is he going to be playing on the World Cup? Yes or
Of
no?
course,
playing.
read between the lines, Anto. They don't want to risk their star striker
Who's
for
they?
Serbia.
Who's they?
Serbia, the federation.
Oh, Serbia.
Yeah,
But
why
I
are they
thought
gonna
that
risk them?
Vlahovic belongs to Juventus.
All right, guys. Yeah, you got conspiracy
It's a World
theorists
Cup,
over here.
Isa. It's a
Yeah, you
World
see, he
Cup.
doesn't like the
Let's
subject.
move on.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, let's
They
talk
got
about the
the
World
giggles,
Cup.
these two.
Hey,
What's
we were
going on?
talking about the World Cup.
Yeah, a lot
I
of
know.
insiders.
Mike and
What
I,
do
we're
they
good
call
friends. Mike and I, we're good friends. So we
We're
team up.
paisans.
Right, we're paisans. Let's talk about World Cup.
No, let's talk about Napoli first.
Oh, Napoli,
And then
oh.
we'll go to the World Cup.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
All right.
The
If
team
they're
that-
winning.
They're number one.
These
Jealous.
guys, they end the season on such a high. I'm happy for them. I mean, yes, I know Udinese came back into the match.
No, but-
I thought that's why
I
you're
said,
giving me the
Mama,
reaction.
they 3-0. They could have scored 4 or 5.
They're honestly they're so easy to go for and to root for just for the way that they play. Going up against an Udinese side who again was missing players. Deulofeu, they started well with Deulofeu. Once he went out, they didn't have a shot until they started putting the substitutions in of Nestorovski. I think they went like 45 minutes without even a shot on target, I believe, after his injury, after Deulofeu came off. But Napoli, they learned to get these games forward. Osimhen on the score sheet, I mean, he does what he does. They have so many options. No point in even saying that. Udinese got back into the match, but for me, they got back into the match because Napoli kind of allowed them
exactly.
to. I think that they got excited that they were up by 3 goals. They're thinking about what's going to happen next, the vacation, the World Cup, all these different things. Their concentration went down. It's a good little jolt for them to make sure that they're always concentrated, but no real worrying signs for me. Udinese, again, I go back to kind of what I said about Torino. Really great style, great in attitude. I think that they go out in games to try to play them, try to win them. Now, the results don't always go their way because of the players. The quality of the players is completely different than the quality of the players of Napoli. But for me, at least they come out with the right ideas. And Sotil, once again, has confirmed himself for me as being a coach that we need to monitor for the future.
This was an interesting match. I think the biggest part for me is we knew Udine was going to be a little of a test, and overall they got the job done, even though it looked scary at the end. When Kim made that mistake and it was only 1 goal difference, then it was a little shaky. But regardless, like Marco said, it was more of Napoli taking their foot off the gas rather than Udinese really going. But I think the biggest test and factors for me was when Osimhen was out, Napoli thrived. They still play good. They score goals, did that. Osimhen's back, scoring better than ever. He looks amazing. Now, Kvara's been out 3 games, and a lot of people were nervous. Oh, what's going to happen now? They won 3 games. They got 9 points, 9 out of 9 points. And it shows here that Napoli isn't just one player. They thought it was Osimhen, maybe they thought it was Kvaratskhelia, but it's really a team thing. And I think that goes back to how great Spalletti has his locker room. Nothing comes out of it. Everyone has his back. They're all happy. They're all synchronized. They're on one note. If someone's out, someone else steps up. And that's something at least I can say, not the same Napoli that we've been seeing the previous years. They were always, I feel like they were missing something, but so far so good. They look incredible. Still the best team in Italy by far for me personally, just on every level. And another point proven, they can do it even without their best players there, or quote unquote best player. There's not one best player there. I think it's just a team thing, and I want to see this train keep going because it's so fun to watch.
Well, how do they deal with now? That's my question to you guys. How do they deal with this? Obviously, they wish that the season would never stop
for sure,
because they're in such a good moment. Yeah. How do they come out of this 6 weeks still with this? Do we think that they still will come out rolling? Is it just their style is too good? Or do you think it was just like such a good moment and start for them?
To me, they are. I'll tell you the reasons why. First of all, except for one player, they're going to come back with the same style, with the same intensity, except for, I think, one player. Everybody's not going to go. They're not going to play the World Cup. So if there were some lingering injuries within the team, I think this is the time period for them to nurse their injuries and muscles, whatever they need to fix themselves. And I think they're going to come back even stronger on the second half.
They have a few players in the World Cup.
Lozano,
King, Anguissa.
Lozano.
I just said there's just 3 off the top of my head.
One or two, but we're talking about
big teams.
Yeah,
Simeone is not going to start. He's not
No,
going to
he
start.
didn't get
That's
called
what I'm
up.
saying.
He
He
didn't
wasn't
get
going to call down.
But he doesn't start.
Osimhen doesn't. He's not going to the World Cup.
He actually he just got injured.
Yeah. So, that's what I'm saying. So, it's the last game. They won 3-2. This is the time period for them to just get healthy again and come back strong because they're not going to be playing.
I think Napoli are going to have the same type of intensity. The only thing is that 6 weeks or coming back in January is as if you're starting a whole new campionato.
Yeah, that's true.
So you have to get the engines revving again. The first game is versus Inter.
You're happy about that.
I'm very happy that it's in 6 weeks
when they're a little cold.
Then next week.
You put them on ice.
Because this Napoli team is unstoppable. So, already there's the possibility that you can lose the first game, right? So
against Inter, they're not going to lose.
I said there's a possibility. I'm not saying lose. I'm saying there's a possibility. So, but
what were you trying to say?
One misstep can cause a chain reaction. Even though I do feel that this Napoli team is well oiled, and like Mike said, no matter who's out of the lineup, they still find a way to win, and they just play fantastic.
This is different though. 6 weeks is a long time.
No, but it's a whole nother campeonato. So couple of things go wrong, you don't have the same feeling that you had now, that you have right now.
Pete, they're going to play them in Milano or in Napoli?
I don't know. I got to check. But
I think in Milano.
Inter Napoli.
I think in Milano. Yeah.
So one thing what I want to say is this Napoli team, I would love if Spalletti was ever to write a book, I want to know if he would even tell these secrets. But like last year, the difference between last year and this year, and the fact that there's no star or, may I say, like veteran or senator of the locker room that they were, if that influenced the way that this Napoli team is playing.
Would be a good question to ask. What do you say to the people that think that Napoli got this Scudetto in the bag because they're 8 points up?
Oh, no. No. Napoli is playing the best football. That's no doubt about it. It's one of the top teams in Europe. But I want to see when they lose one game, what's the reaction?
Will they even lose one game?
Not gonna happen, Gaetano.
Yes, it's gonna happen.
Undefeated, I'm telling you.
It's gonna happen.
They're gonna lose against Juventus,
Undefeated.
especially Fagioli is playing.
They're gonna lose one game, and then I want to see the reaction when they play the next game. And what happens if they lose 2 games in a row?
Man.
I do agree
Not
with
even
that.
close to that.
Okay.
I do agree. Like I'm not saying that they haven't dealt with any challenges because they had a challenge in a few matches. The Roma game was one of them where it was different game that they had to kind of win.
Yeah.
They've won games coming from behind. They lost the Liverpool game, but that was a game that didn't matter. I do agree though. I'm saying when the going gets tough, when things are not all going your way, because it's kind of like some strikers, right? There's some strikers where they get on a hot streak. I mean, they'll score with their ass. The ball will come off of it, ricochet, boom, the ball goes in. But then there's other times where you're right in front of the net, like Tammy Abraham, and you're missing.
Or Zaniolo.
Can they rebound from that? I believe that they can, but that's still one of the question marks that I have. And 8 points is nothing. For me, it means nothing because they could lose 2 games and boom, they're out. They're right. Their gap is nothing.
Time out. You cannot go from hero to 0. Napoli is going to go from hero maybe to 8 level or 7.5. They're not going to go down. So they're going to maybe have 1 or 2 missteps, hiccups. They're going to stay up there.
Ooh,
Sorry.
They're winning it out,
Guys,
they might.
Let's do our World Cup brackets.
Oh boy.
Italy is not in the World Cup. It's very painful.
You don't have to say
this
that.
time is not great. I'm feeling it more than ever. I will say if there was one World Cup to miss, I would choose this one.
Yeah, thank God we missed this. You know what?
This might be the only World Cup I am not excited for.
Neither
Usually,
do I.
no matter
That's
what,
'cause
even
it
when
didn't
Italy
start,
wasn't in it, at least it was like the summertime. I was
Right.
excited.
The
We go
timing
out
is
somewhere.
Disgusting, yeah.
Right now,
It's cold outside.
feels
cold,
terrible.
yeah. It's cold
Not
outside.
in
The
Qatar.
World Cup, you want to be with the beer outside on the big screen, or
You can't even have
jumping up
beer.
and down. Huh?
You can't even have beer.
Select places.
some
Select places.
Let's
Select
not assume.
All right. So what we are gonna do is we're gonna go through the groups. We'll each individually choose our World Cup bracket. We're gonna go quick.
Okay,
Do you want me to start?
Go ahead.
I'll start. Netherlands, Senegal, group, and then Ecuador and Qatar. England, USA,
Who's picking up?
Where are we at?
Wales,
Denmark.
Argentina, Poland. Put Poland.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Mexico.
Okay, Marco is doing it.
France, Denmark, okay, Australia. This one I'll do Germany, Spain, Costa Rica.
Over Japan.
I'll put Croatia first. Belgium and Canada. Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, Cameroon.
Oh, mommy.
And then we'll do Portugal
I thought Greece was in it for a second.
Portugal.
and Ghana,
Wow.
Uruguay.
Wow.
Okay.
Greece, Mike.
Group
So did
stage
I.
complete.
I
All
got
right.
excited for a second.
Let's go.
Mike, go ahead. No,
No.
Mike.
Netherlands.
No, yes,
I'm doing the next round. Netherlands, Argentina, Germany, Brazil, England, France.
Boy, man, you're like
I can't wait till you go. Croatia.
You're like
Wow.
5 years old.
Serbia.
Ooh, over Portugal.
Okay.
Wow. Oh,
Now-
you're getting interesting right now.
Argentina, Brazil,
England.
France, Serbia, and now we go to the final.
For the final.
Argentina
Wow.
wins
they
the
can't beat each
semifinals
other.
against Brazil, France,
Wow.
and the winner is Argentina.
Wow.
Oh, because he wants Messi to win. Okay, fine.
I don't. This is not what I want. This is what I think.
Should we do it in order?
All right.
I think Antonio should go last because you're gonna have the funniest ones.
All right, go ahead.
Nick, you want me to go?
Mike, there is
Go,
no
Mike.
piece of
Okay.
it, okay?
Yeah, I know. Unfortunately.
Just be quick.
Netherlands.
Right.
Netherlands, right? Senegal, Ecuador, and Qatar. England, Wales, US,
Wow.
Wales over USA?
Yeah, I think Wales is gonna go.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I want US to go, obviously,
Wow.
but
Yeah,
I'm just
I
being
see.
honest.
Go.
Such a traitor.
I'm just being honest.
We should kick him out of the country.
Argentina,
Red coat.
Poland, Mexico, France, Denmark, Tunisia, Germany, Spain, Japan. Yep. Croatia,
Croatia's
Belgium. Sorry to my Canadian peeps. Canada third. I'll put Canada third. I'll put Canada third.
Yeah, we all did the same thing. We felt bad, so we put Canada in third.
You gotta be thoughtful.
Mike, I'm next after you.
Brazil. Serbia. It's gonna be close. Serbia, then Switzerland. Switzerland's very
really
good. It's
good,
gonna be
too.
very. I think Cameroon last.
Last group.
Portugal. Oh boy, Ghana has a few good guys. Wait, I'll go Ghana. I think Ghana's gonna go. Uruguay and
I said the
Korea.
same thing, and you were like, "Really?"
I don't think I said it for that.
Yeah, you did.
On to the knockouts.
Netherlands, Wales,
Netherlands. They got a
Argentina,
decent
Denmark,
squad. Argentina's taking it for my boy Matt.
Germany, Belgium,
Germany. No, Belgium always chokes.
Brazil, Ghana,
Brazil's going. England,
Senegal, France,
France is going.
Croatia, Spain.
Ooh, Croatia would like to
Nice.
upset. Portugal, Serbia, man. For my man.
They were in the same group, by the way.
Fernando
and Serbia
Santos.
went up.
But Portugal should have won because the goal line clearance they didn't have VAR. I think
still
Portugal's going to take revenge for that one. Portugal's going through. And for my man
Go all the way to the
Santos.
top?
Netherlands,
Quarterfinals.
Argentina. I think it's going to be Argentina going through. Germany. Oh, it's going to be a revenge.
Replay of the 7-1.
I think Brazil's going through because they want revenge. Neymar's going to score a hattie.
Get boring, those two guys.
England, France. I'm going to go with England because France's midfield's not good.
Me.
Yeah. Portugal, Croatia. What a good game. I'm going to go with Portugal.
This guy loves Portugal.
I don't know.
guy
They have a
wants
good
Messi
team.
to-
Argentina, Brazil.
Oh my God.
You know what's coming.
I want Argentina to go so bad because my childhood friend growing up, Matthew, is Argentinian. But
Well,
not
your
what I
barber's
want.
Brazilian.
But
Go, bro.
I think
Your barber's Brazilian.
Go! Take, man. We gotta.
I think Brazil's gonna go through.
Okay. There you go. And then England.
Portugal's going through.
The way they set it up is the two South America teams.
Who
Yeah.
wins?
And Brazil's winning the 6th World Cup.
I don't know.
Reset.
My turn.
Antonio's dying to go.
You said we're going last. You should
Yeah, I
be
thought
going
you
last.
said
I
you're
know.
going last.
You're going last,
Anto,
Anto.
you're going
No,
last.
I'm not.
You're
Yeah,
going
you're
last.
going last.
I'm not.
I'm
so
going
you're
next.
gonna say you capping me.
I'm going next.
Ouch! My neck.
Anto,
Let me do it.
Go, go, go.
Got you put to the Netherlands.
You gotta talk to the mic, though.
Put the
please.
neck. Netherlands. Put Ecuador.
He doesn't even know what the flags are.
And then Senegal. And whatever is left, Qatar. Okay, on the second one.
England,
All
USA,
right, put
Wales.
the England, USA, and then not Wales.
Iran.
Wales is last, yes. Yeah, that's it. Next one. I have to get to Argentina again. Mexico is the second.
Argentina first.
Mexico.
Poland.
Poland, then, yeah. France. I don't want Denmark.
Denmark,
No,
Australia,
no.
Tunisia.
I will put Australia. Put
Denmark is so good.
Put Tunisia.
Denmark at last? Denmark at
Denmark's
last?
good, Anto.
Yo, no way.
Denmark's very good.
They're
All
gonna
right,
be
keep
playing
going,
in
keep
Qatar
going.
at 100 degrees.
All right.
You think that
Sorry, keep going, keep going.
They got air condition, but let him shoot.
Germany, Spain, Costa Rica,
Spain.
Japan. Okay.
Spain,
Without the S.
Germany, and then Croatia.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
No, don't put Costa Rica.
It's fine.
Put Japan. No, switch.
It doesn't
Japan.
matter. It
Okay,
really doesn't
fine.
matter.
That's it. Over there, let's see.
Morocco, Canada, Belgium, Croatia.
Belgium. All right, put Croatia. And then Canada and Morocco. That's it. Next. I'm not copying anybody.
Morocco should have been first. They're playing 100 degree weather.
Put Brazil. Brazil.
Switzerland, Serbia, Cameroon.
Serbia. No, Swiss is last. Switzerland, that's it. Then the next one
Switzerland
here.
last. Wow.
Put Portugal. Portugal,
Right.
Uruguay.
Ghana.
What's that? What's the next one?
Korea.
Put Korea. 3. That's it.
Kim's from there.
Okay.
Netherlands,
now,
USA.
USA.
Oh, nice. I like that.
USA to the quarterfinals. Argentina, Australia.
Well, put Argentina.
Spain, Croatia.
Put Spain.
Brazil, Uruguay.
Put Brazil.
England,
England.
Ecuador.
I'll tell you what. I don't see England winning. Okay. Ecuador.
Wow, that's crazy.
Agustin, I'm doing this for you.
France, Mexico.
Put France.
Belgium, Germany.
Put Belgium.
You love Belgium. Portugal, Serbia.
Serbia.
Okay.
Okay.
USA, Argentina.
Put Argentina. I mean, hey, I put USA. Hey, I'm an American.
Spain,
okay?
Brazil.
Spain.
Ecuador, France.
France. And then
Belgium,
Serbia.
Serbia.
Belgium.
Okay.
Belgium.
Okay.
Argentina, Spain, semifinal.
Spain.
Wow.
Ooh.
France, Belgium.
Belgium.
Wow,
Okay.
you like Belgium.
Your final is Belgium against Spain. Who wins?
That's never happening.
Belgium.
That's never happening.
Belgium winning the World Cup.
Is that a joke or that's for real?
I like to know who's gonna laugh at the
Pete, go,
end,
Pete.
guys.
I got let's do Netherlands, and we'll pick Senegal, Ecuador.
Oh, boring.
USA
number 1.
England, USA,
There we go.
Wales,
Proud to be an American.
Argentina,
Such a disgrace.
Poland, Mexico, Denmark, France, Australia,
He put Denmark last. That was great.
Germany, Spain, Japan,
No love for Costa Rica.
Croatia, Belgium,
Nice.
Canada, Brazil, Serbia.
Argentina.
Perfect. Portugal,
I wish Belgium could win. Listen, don't get me wrong.
Korea,
Wow.
Uruguay,
Wow.
Interesting, Petey.
Netherlands, USA.
Don't put Netherlands on, you idiot. Put USA.
All right, USA.
USA. You guys are crazy. Argentina, France.
Argentina.
You got Jews over here, man. We are
Germany,
all
Belgium.
Germany,
We got juiced up over here.
Germany.
American.
Germany,
Brazil, Korea.
Brazil,
England, Senegal.
Senegal,
Woo.
upset.
Denmark, Poland.
Denmark,
That's for sure. Croatia, Spain.
Spain,
Portugal, Serbia.
Serbia,
We've all had the same exact matchup. Portugal, Serbia. I don't know if you realize. England. Oh, sorry. USA, Argentina.
Argentina,
You should put USA.
You did the same thing. Keep going. Germany, Brazil.
Germany,
Wow. Senegal, Denmark.
Denmark,
Wow. Spain, Serbia.
España,
Okay. Semifinals. Argentina, Germany.
Argentina,
Ooh.
Okay.
Revenge.
España,
Argentina, Spain final. Who do you have?
the team that wins will speak Spanish. Argentina.
Argentina. All right. We got 2 for Argentina. One for Belgium, one for Brazil.
Because Lautaro. Because Lautaro is going to play with
All right, there.
Messi.
Go for it.
If Belgium wins a World Cup, oh,
Netherlands. Qatar.
Wow.
Qatar. Wow. You think the host is gonna?
Lautaro,
Senegal.
You're the
Yeah,
man.
You know something.
You know
Senegal.
something.
He
Senegal.
knows something that we
We
don't
don't like
know.
company over here.
Senegal.
Yeah, second one.
Put USA.
Sorry,
USA.
Agustin.
USA first.
England.
Oh my
Wales.
gosh.
It's called soccer, right, Gaetano?
Argentina. Mexico.
I see. He's copying me.
Poland.
God forbid I would have done that. He's copying me, Paisan.
Denmark.
Ooh, no, Denmark.
Denmark.
Croatia.
There
you can
against
switch
Russia.
Okay, you can. There you go. Wow.
Denmark first. I want to
Okay.
put them last.
They're garbage.
No,
I'm
Denmark
saying- I
is
mean, I
really
didn't
good.
say-
They're
All
solid.
right, keep
They're
going, keep
good
going.
I
team.
didn't mean garbage.
Germany.
In terms of, I don't think they can gel as
Spain.
a team. Japan.
Japan doesn't matter.
See, good boy.
Croatia.
To the right, yeah.
Belgium.
Yeah.
Right there.
Canada.
We all put Canada as a pity third one.
Brazil. Serbia.
Serbia. Oh.
Serbia.
Click
Okay,
Serbia.
okay. Oh,
And
yeah,
then
go.
switch
Switch. There you go.
Okay.
That's good.
Portugal. Uruguay. Ghana.
Easy peasy. All right. Netherlands, England.
That's a tough one.
Put
That's a tough
England.
one. England.
Wow.
Wow, KLM, they'll be very
Argentina,
mad.
France.
Argentina.
Wow. I think you.
Germany,
you-
Belgium.
Germany.
I'm just not happy. I'm just
Brazil.
not happy with
Uruguay.
that.
Brazil.
USA, Qatar.
USA.
Denmark, Mexico.
Denmark.
Mexico.
Anto, you went already. Denmark.
Mexico.
Denmark.
Man. We got Mexican
Croatia,
friends
Spain.
here, Paisan.
Spain.
You can't be biased, Anto.
Portugal.
Okay, on to the top. England,
Wow,
Argentina.
this is a war.
England.
Yeah,
this
that's
is a
right.
war.
Literally.
Oh my, this is a tough one.
England, Argentina. Who
England.
you got? England. No way.
I don't want Argentina.
Germany, Brazil.
Brazil.
Oh, I think I know who Gaetano's picking.
USA.
Denmark.
Yeah.
Spain, Portugal.
Wow, this is very tough. Very, very tough.
The Iberian Derby.
España.
Portugal.
Portugal.
Ronaldo is going to have a great World Cup.
England,
Brazil.
Brazil.
Oh, we know who Gaetano's taking.
Denmark, Portugal.
Portugal.
So your win is gonna speak Portuguese.
Yeah, you see.
You're funny little fella.
Second time.
Brazil, Portugal. Who
Portugal.
wins?
Portugal.
No, he's
Oh,
not.
Portugal.
Anto,
Let's see if you got.
relax.
Let's see if you got
Relax.
Oh,
cojones.
you already put it.
No, he did it.
Ah.
He did it. You did it. Portugal.
You
Portugal.
put Portugal?
There you go.
Wait, Gaetano.
This
Who
guy.
you choosing to win?
Who you choosing? Portugal. You chose it already.
CR7.
Portugal.
The GOAT, CR7.
So we've
respect
got
it.
2 Argentina, 1 Portugal, 1
Brazil.
Brazil, and 1 Belgium. All right. That is our World Cup bracket.
I don't want Argentina, Brazil, or Germany to win. Period.
It's going to be Brazil or Argentina, but I can't go with that.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. We will talk to you soon. Ciao,
Ciao,
guys.
guys.